Pine curtain number 1, we have a box.
Yes. So the reason we got this box was we lost a chicken last week. We looked in the pen and we were short one.
One white one.
And then one was limping. And we weren't sure what, don't give away what we think got it.
Okay.
That'll be a surprise.
The end.
But we set a game camera up to see if we could catch what it was that got our chicken. So we're pretty sure we know what it is now, and we decided to go out and buy a electric fence to put around our chicken area, because currently our chickens are, when we're home, they're free roaming. When we're not home, then they go into this cage here, and they stay in there. Then they have access to the chicken mansion back there. So we're gonna open this box up, see what's inside, see how long it takes to set up, and see how it works. And then I'm gonna have Julie take her tongue and put onto the electric wire, and
Julie's not gonna do that.
she's gonna test that.
Nope.
She's gonna.
We'll get Loki. Loki will do it. Come here, Loki.
Under the wire.
You're the star of the show. Loki will be our
So
tester.
all right. So we're gonna open the box.
Oh, what's in the box?
The little one first or the big one first?
It's up to you.
Little one.
Job, Thea. So this box should be the transformer.
Is it run power all the time? Is it gonna raise our electrical bill?
No, it's very low wattage. I was gonna get a solar one, but in the wintertime it wouldn't really hold much of a charge.
Hey, bubble wrap.
Nice, just what we need.
Yep. It's a box within a box. It's always the best, huh?
What does it say?
Hot Shock 5.
This is a Premier 1 electric fence.
Another box.
Is that empty?
Inside, no. Charger cables.
Yep. Jeez. All right.
That's the one.
I have to
Instructions.
run power down for that. That'll be fun.
We'll be part way to the pond.
Yep. Should probably lay it flat so we can.
All right.
So we ordered, what is that, 4 extra poles, because the reviews said that it's kind of flimsy. Because of the span, I think it's 8 feet or something like that. So
Are those center poles or the length of the?
yeah, I think they go. You can put them anywhere you want. And then you have to reinforce the corners too, from what I've been told. Miscellaneous. Yeah, that's fun.
Should we?
Fall on that.
Should we try to save this or should I just cut it?
There you go. All right.
So yeah, so those are the poles.
So I think it's 164 feet. So we'll go ahead and measure around the perimeter of our
Sure.
chicken coop and see where we want to lay that out at. So we're going to start here. And we're going to have a gate right here. So we'll go around and we'll come in. So we're going to take our netting across this way. This netting's weird. It doesn't seem like it would be electrifying because it's like a nylon. But if you look real closely, there's these little wires that is wrapped through the nylon. Actually, it's just across the... I could imagine if that gets damaged, it loses its potency. Just curious on how well this unwinds without getting tangled up. Is there a... Where do we start?
Alright, so we thought we'd do a little voiceover on this video since from this point in the video on, for a good portion of it is kind of boring. So we thought we'd do a little narrative of what was going on and what we were doing. And I got Julie here with me.
Hello. In that part of the video where you see me tying the post to the tree, it was the first time I put a post into the ground and I just grabbed it and stabbed the ground, which you just don't want to do. I realized immediately that you really have to do what Terry does in the rest of the video and step on the metal pegs because that's what they're there for, and it is a really flimsy plastic tube. And when I stabbed the ground like a spear, that just bent.
And then also by that first tree that we connected, eventually that became, we wrapped around that tree. We just wanted to get this net set up first to see if our length was right. We measured it out beforehand. We pasted out, or actually we used a tape measure and measured exactly 164 feet.
It's amazing how
where
flimsy these these posts are. So
you can see in this portion these stakes that they have. That's the cheapest part of this whole fence. Is they just, man, they're flimsy.
I don't know if we need anything right now.
And I also installed a gate at the end to get in and out, so we didn't have to move the fence to get into there. It's easy access. One of the things that really shocked me was how easy this net was to unroll. Weren't you surprised on that?
Yeah, it's kind of like a hill and valley folded configuration. It's not rolled, and so it never got tangled up. That was pretty incredible.
Yeah, especially with us going through all the ferns and around the trees, and I don't think one person could set this up unless you're out in a field. It's funny, the directions that I see on the Premier One site and the photos, they show it in the middle of a field where there's absolutely nothing around. So if that was the case, you could probably do that with one person, but going through a lot of obstacles, there's no way. You need two people. This was the easiest part, was unrolling the net and setting it up. The hardest part was going back and making sure nothing was touching the very second strand from the bottom, which is one of the first electrified pieces, to make sure that there wasn't any leaves or any branches or any ferns coming in contact with the net. That was really what took the longest. And the corners were rough too. The corners I had to reinforce. I used metal, and you'll see that I think in the third video. I think this is a 3-part video. Right now I'm just finishing editing the second one. But it's a 3rd-part video, so we use metal stakes, I think, in the corners to help make them strong and to keep them straight. And we'll show you what that is, I think, in the 3rd video. We have a lot of trees, and we didn't want to cut them down, and a lot of the ferns that were in the way, we ended up moving, relocated them elsewhere.
That's nice. That's good.
And during this whole process, we were supervised by the chickens.
Yes, they're very curious.
Yeah. They're a lot of fun. In the background there to the right is the first chicken house that we made when they were just little chicks. We put them in there, and that was their first home.
So here's what they're talking about, the corner sagging. So you can see the weight of this corner being pulled. But if I take that and pull it tight, you know, once I straighten this up, it shouldn't be too bad. But those poles are really weak. There's got to be something better. But so far I like it. What do you think, Julie?
I love it.
These corners are pretty flimsy, so I need to beef them up. And these poles, I think I paid $16 for these poles. And these poles, and they still bend a little bit, but they're a little more heavy duty. And not sure how well. I think what I got these for was for the sagging in the middle, not necessarily the corners. I wonder if I just sink another post just on the outside to tie this to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey Julie, catch.
No.
What I'm told on these is as soon as a creature gets shocked on this fencing, they won't bother with it again. So we'll see if that's true or not. The big thing now is a big old hawk sitting in the tree, swooping in and carrying them out of the pen.
Well, that's cool. It just attaches right into the top. How much were the extra ones?
$16.
For 4?
Yep. It wouldn't be bad to put a tie wrap.
Oh yeah, that too. Definitely.
But see, areas like this, you gotta make sure that nothing can just walk in there.
Oh yeah.
What is this bottom wire?
Are the chickens gonna get electrocuted on it as well?
Yes. Actually, we got this bottom wire isn't. I think it's only these striped ones that have current in them. So this bottom one, we could
Oh, there you go. That's probably, yeah, some steaks.
couple little stakes or something to hold that down.
Sure.
And I think other people were buying those poles, extra poles too, to put in the middle.
Mm.
But so far, I don't mind the look of this so far. Pretty pleased with it.